As newlyweds, Angela and Chad Foster dreamed of starting a family. A year later, the joy of being pregnant was cut short. Angela's 4-month ultrasound revealed serious trouble.
We were faced with, almost 5 more months of wondering if our baby was even gonna make it through and survive delivery.
Their full-term baby did survive the scheduled C-section at Hurley on January 11th, 2000. The Fosters were blessed with Andrew.
We had a son, and we were going to love him no matter what.
Dr. Rahman, a Hurley neonatologist, confirmed the baby suffered osteogenesis imperfecta, also known as brittle bone disease.
And as a matter of fact, Drew had already fractures of both of his femurs in utero even before he was born. And then he had other fracture also after birth.
Drew's other condition, which is the neurocutaneous hypermelanosis, was a complete surprise to everybody. That was something that we didn't ever see on ultrasound and nobody expected.
Drew had a multitude of birthmarks all over his body. Dr. Scott Carleen, a dermatologist, was called to the NICU for a consult when Drew was just 1 day old. He's been involved ever since.
No one, to my knowledge, has ever seen this combination. It has not been reported as a linked genetic defect ever that I am aware of. His case is unknown, and so there is no precedence set for prognosis. In children that develop moles diffusely throughout the body, there are 2 things that are important to keep in mind. Number 1, the individual moles on the skin can become cancerous. And the second thing to keep in mind is that the coverings of the brain and spinal cord in these children also have the spotting.
Drew suffered nearly 20 fractures during his first year of life. His parents had to learn how to hold him, feed him, and change a diaper without causing further injury. If he sneezed, he could break a bone. When he rolled over, he would break an arm. When Drew was 9 months old, he started physical therapy at the Hurley Children's Rehabilitation Center with Janet Downey. She worked wonders. Drew started building up the strength in his muscles, and that helped to strengthen his bones. As a result, he started standing and walking. At first, he needed long leg braces. With time, he improved and required braces only from the knees down. Drew's progress was due in part to a special treadmill made available through Children's Miracle Network funds.
We are beyond grateful that we had Hurley available to us.
What I know is that he is an extraordinary person. He has a lot to teach us about in terms of living life, and he has a lot to teach us scientifically about the collision of these 2 very rare disorders and how their interactions may in fact help us to understand day-to-day life in everyone. It's children like Andrew that hold the key to a deeper understanding.
He's proven day in and day out that he can do anything that he wants to do. Anything that he puts his mind to, he will accomplish. You may break his arms or break his legs, but you will never break his spirit.
I think for such a little person, so new to this world, to have faced so many challenges and to have such a huge impact on people, when he does leave this world, it is not going to be the same. But it's definitely going to be a better place because of him. For a kid who wasn't supposed to survive delivery and then maybe wasn't supposed to live past 2 to 3 years. But now he's getting ready to start 1st grade in the fall. And he's got friends and he just lives and loves life. He is a miracle. And there's no question. There's no question. So if you don't believe in miracles, come and meet Drew.
Because of their deep faith in God and their tremendous love for Drew, Angela and Chad believe it's all good. While no one knows what the future holds for Drew medically, one thing is for sure: his spirit is unbreakable.
I'm Drew Foster,
I'm Drew Foster.
and I'm a miracle.
I'm okay.
After applying to be a champion, Drew and his family didn't know if they would be chosen, until one day when Drew was playing on the floor, there was a knock at the door, and a big surprise for the whole family.
Oh my God, did he really?
You're going to Disney World!
Oh my God!
You are the Michigan champion.
Yeah!
You.
And it was all a whirlwind from there. First stop, Washington, D.C., where Drew made 49 new friends. The trip was like a dream.
We had this marvelous palatial room that they put us up in. We were taken around everywhere. Everyone was just treating us like we were celebrities. We had an opportunity to meet with the president of the United States at the White House and had a photo taken with him.
Then it was off to the happiest place on earth, Disney World, where all of the kids were treated like they deserved to be treated.
We were welcomed by this huge group of people with balloons, and everybody was clapping and cheering for us.
Now, I'm not just saying this because Drew is our Michigan champ, but he was the star of the show in Orlando, really. Every time he stepped out in front of the crowd, they went nuts, and everybody spoiled him. And yes, I admit to my little part in that, but the real highlight came when Drew got to meet his favorite band, the Jonas Brothers.
We were walking down the hall, and one of their security guards had just read Drew's story and had mentioned to Drew that, the band had just read his story. And we were keeping that a secret, that the Jonas Brothers were here. And he said, the Jonas Brothers wants to meet you. And his eyes went pie plates. I mean, just, man, the Jonas Brothers are here. And we took him in, and they had a meet and greet, pictures, and he was just, oh my gosh, it was unbelievable.
At one point, Marie Osmond kidnapped Drew, and this is not something that she does for everybody. They just so happen to run into each other.
Do you want two of them? Okay, I think we can do that.
I told you he was spoiled rotten at Disney. He had ladies buying him stuff left and right.
Okay, Drew, what's the pirate's favorite letter of the alphabet?
Here's Drew and Miss America again, and out of all the kids there, look who scored a seat in her lap. Don't be jealous, guys. He can't help it. He's so darn cute. Drew, Angela, and Chad all have a new perspective on Children's Miracle Network. This organization really does make miracles happen.
Drew's a pretty happy kid, but this week has probably been, one of the best weeks in his little life for sure.